Hey, Lit Set, it's Jasmine.
Hey, Lit Set, it's Nikea, and this is Black Girl Lit,
the podcast. We're a podcast now, guys.
Where Black girls are lit,
we get lit,
and we read lit.
This is Black Girl Lit, the podcast.
Hey, Lit Set.
7. Episode 7.
Wow. Yeah, Lit Set. We're going to keep that in there. That's our intro. Episode 7 of the Black Girl Lit podcast, here with 32 Candles by Ernessa T. Carter. You know, we've been hitting y'all with a lot of adult novels this season. Come on, us. Come on, Kia. I'm growing up in the literature world. All right, y'all. So let's get into, well, first of all, I feel like we haven't done this in a while. Let's just check in. Jazz, how are you doing?
You know what? I'm doing much better now. But earlier today, a bitch was about to catch a charge in my place of appointment because the people got me all the way fucked up. So, you know, that
Amanda Steele's has a song that says, I'll bleep this out. It's got me fucked up.
Got me fucked up. Oh, got me fucked up.
They got me fucked up. Ooh, got me fucked up. Not say fucked up. Ooh, got me fucked up. Yes, that's exactly how I felt today.
Eyebrows are good today. Well, I'm having a good brow day, but I
having a good brow day.
I had an anxiety attack at work today.
No, that's not what we need.
I know. That just lets y'all know how my day went. But that's okay, because my insurance starts on December 1st, and I'm going to see somebody's therapist, because ain't nobody going to have me stressing out on nobody's job, okay?
Okay, go see that therapist, girl. And make sure she black and she a lady, and it's going to be real good.
She black and she a lady. Okay. So we're going to segue that into our first segment of the show, where I give you the information about the author. This novel, 32 Candles, is by Ernessa T. Carter, and we have already read her second novel, which is The Awesome Girl's Guide to Dating Extraordinary Men. So 32 Candles is the prequel to that. So about Ernessa, she has worked as an ESL teacher in Japan, a music journalist in Pittsburgh, a payroll administrator in Burbank, and a radio writer for American Top 40 with Ryan Seacrest in Hollywood. She's also a retired LA Derby doll, which is roller derby. In 2012, she decided to add a romance pen name to her writing credits and has now authored 23 best-selling hot books with hearts as Theodora Taylor. More popular than ever, Theodora Taylor sold over 150,000 books in 2016 and earned 3 KDP All-Star sales bonuses. In her spare time, she enjoys learning German and binge-watching Shonda Rhimes shows. She is honored and grateful to enjoy a wonderful writing life full of good stories and fan letters she doesn't have to put on makeup to receive. Wow, I didn't read that well. Her heart is wide open, and she's always looking forward to her next writing adventure.
Aw, I like that she does roller derby. I don't think I know a lot of Black women that. Okay, I don't know any women or people that.
Well,
do
she's
roller
retired.
Derby. Oh well, still, I don't know any women, Black women, that have done or do roller derbying.
Right.
I also like that she writes under another pen name. Nom de Plume. As a nom de plume.
Okay, come on and dropping knowledge on us. I don't know, but we gonna say okay.
I think it's a nom de plume.
Okay, but I was also gonna note that it says she writes hot books with heart. It was an air quotes. Oh, like hot as in sexy, steamy, but heart because it has some substance. Because it was an air quotes. I was like, what does that mean? Is it like fan fiction online? So you might have to find some of her romance novels, because there's not a lot of Black romance novels.
And according to Google, it's a nom de plume. So
you were close. You just forgot the M.
Nom de plume. I forgot the L, I think, because I was called a plume. It's a plume. See how I do my tongue? Plume. Yeah, I don't think it's supposed to do your tongue like that, but that's just how I'm doing it. Any users? Okay, go ahead, Ernessa, girl.
All right, y'all. Jazz is gonna flourish and thrive. And wait, pause. I just realized I watched one of our old videos from our YouTube for season 1. And
Mhm.
I actually created the word synopsisize. I didn't know that I was the first one to say it. I thought that was Jazz.
No,
But we were
you
so,
said it first, and then I was about to say it at the same time
yes,
because
I
I watched
know.
that same video.
Oh
It was
my God.
I watched videos last night, girl.
And we were so
We said
simpatico.
Patico.
We're so
Man,
simpatico.
There was a girl I met some time ago, simpatico.
Well, I was like, that's all Jazz. Like, Jazz came up with that word, but I was the one who said it out loud, but she was thinking it at the same time that I was saying it. So we just simpatico. All right, before we run out of time, anywho, on to our next segment where Jazz flourishes and thrives and does the greatness that is she, and she is going to synopsisize 32 Candles.
yes, come along with me on the journey while I synopsisize 32 Candles by Ernesta T. Carter. So, as Nakia pointed out, 32 Candles is technically the prequel to The Awesome Girl's Guide to Dating Extraordinary Men. But in this version, we are taken on a journey with Davie or Davida Jones. And she's actually the one who ends up writing The Awesome Girl's Guide to Dating Extraordinary Men, which is a book within the books like Inception. And basically the story is just her life story, her life story from high school up into her adult years. And what's kind of interesting is you really go on like a crazy journey because her life is freaking crazy. She grew up in a small town in Mississippi, and she dealt with a lot. She dealt with a lot, which I'm pretty sure we'll touch on later in like reactions as well as major scenes. But it's basically literally just her life story and her trying to figure things out and figure out her life. And the cool thing is that 32 Candles is kind of like a spin-off of the movie 16 Candles, which is referenced really heavily throughout the book. But I mean, that's really high level view of 32 Candles.
And I still love when Jazz says high level view.
It's a very high level view. You said that in the video.
I know. Throwback. It's Throwback Thursday up in here.
Throwback Thursday. Golly, I gotta go watch some more videos.
Now, our next segment, we are going to give you our reactions, which is just our guttural initial reactions to the story. First thought, what comes to mind. So, Jasmine, this was your pick. If we didn't mention that, this was Jasmine's
my pick. Of course, it's an adult literature book, so of course it's my pick. You don't pick,
ma'am.
really
have I not given you at least 2 adult lit books this season?
Yeah, this season, but last season it was all YA. It was all YA. So
why are we always gonna dwell on the past?
Just because that's where we get our historical knowledge from. The past always repeats itself.
Okay, reactions. Go ahead.
Okay, first of all, reactions. First reaction I have is Monkey Night. Wow. So Monkey
I forgot about that.
So Monkey Night is what Davida or Davie's nickname was in middle school. Terrible, right? Okay. That's why I was like, wow. Like, she was like, she wasn't okay with them calling her that, but she just accepted that that was her name. Like, and I was like, what is happening here? Next reaction, I said Cora Wu Cham. And then also, like I said in the synopsisizing, it references 16 Candles a lot. And I felt like I needed to go watch 16 Candles after reading the book, but I still haven't watched it. Nakia told me she watched it, but I still haven't made it there. All right. I also put that I like the name of the Soul Bunnygrams. I thought that was great. That was something that happens in the book. I felt like James and Davie's relationship was like 50 Shades of Grey without the S&M because he was like this rich figure that comes in her life and they had gone like this whirlwind romance. Except
very
there
50
was
Shades of Grey.
Very 50 Shades of Grey, but there was no like, and like he was trying to buy her things and do all these things for her, but there's no S&M in it. I felt that Veronica deserves and should have caught all the hands, like all the hands that could have been thrown at Veronica. She should have caught, like Nuck if you buck. Like she was buck, and I was ready to Nuck on Davie's behalf. And then I also put that James is stupid and oblivious to his family's meddling. And then I was like, Nikki and Veronica, like what? Like I didn't like. How did that culminate? Like Nikki and
But
Veronica,
it worked though.
It worked. I was confused. I was like,
what is
how? But yeah, those were my reactions.
All right, my reactions were I love the way that this book was written. I appreciate the fact that we go from Davie's childhood. I think we start off when she's 8 and we
Mhm,
go all the way up till she's 32, which I
mhm.
thought was dope. And if you didn't realize, like Jazz said, this is a play on 16 Candles, but it's 2 times 16, you get 32. See
The
what I
more
did
you
there.
know. Math.
And I watched 16 Candles and I don't think it was like too overly referenced. By the way, I watched 16 Candles. That movie is so whack. Okay.
Oh.
I don't care. Y'all can drag me. It was a trash movie. I'm like,
So you
what?
weren't feeling the Molly
No. I
Ringwalds.
love Breakfast Club, but 16 Candles, I was like, it was like somebody wrote that when they were on meth or something. They were high on cocaine when they
Mm,
wrote it and when they
I would
filmed
say
it.
meth.
Like it's just so
Okay.
much going on. There is a wedding going on, just like in the book, and there's the guy that she doesn't know, but then they like meet each other after the wedding, and then they all of a sudden like love each other, and they've never talked like the entire movie. Makes no sense.
That doesn't make
Um,
any sense.
Anywho, back to my reactions. The Fine Sisters made me so mad. They are so evil, and Veronica is a super bitch.
Mhm.
Tammy was so passive and so easily manipulated. Like
Mhm.
she was a puppet. I felt bad. I felt so bad for Davy that she had to live with her mom and that she didn't even know her father. Like, oh, my heart just ached for Davy so bad. I knew that Nikki was trying to control Davy and he would eventually date her. Like, I just knew that that was going to happen once she got to LA.
Mhm.
I hated when Davy kept talking herself out of things that she felt she didn't deserve, i.e., James, career, money, friends, all that stuff. And I honestly wish we would have read this before Awesome Girls Guide.
I agree with that. I definitely agree. And I think we talked about that. Like, I really wish we would have read this one first, then went to Awesome Girls Guide, because I think it would have put Awesome Girls Guide in a little bit more perspective. Not because Davy actually is in the book, like they reference her in the Awesome Girls Guide, but still, I think it just would have something about the way that the book read, it would have flowed a
Yeah.
little differently.
And Awesome
Uh,
Girls Guide was so like meaty. It was
yeah.
so much going on.
Yes, I agree. I still think that, like you said, Veronica and her sister hands could have been caught. Tammy, she was just following. Tammy was a follower, but still, girl, use your own mind and your brain.
Right.
But those are some good reactions. Your reactions are so different from mine. You actually like get into the meat and the substance of the book, and I'm just very high level with my reactions
Well,
about things that I catch in the book.
don't you write yours while you're reading?
I do, yes.
See, I do mine after.
Oh
That's
well,
why.
that's the difference because mine is just literally just scenes and things and like, ooh, let me write that down. Ooh,
Yeah.
piece
But
of
see, it would,
candy.
if I was actually reading the book, I would like write notes in there. But Jazz has converted me to a Kindle reader.
Girl, all I
So
do is I keep a little note in my notes app on my phone and I just track my notes there.
yeah, but I don't feel like switching between, so I just be like,
But you read on your iPad, don't you?
nah, most of the time I read on my phone, honestly.
Oh, the more you know.
That's gonna segue us into our next segment.
I want a segue.
Okay, go ahead, segue.
No, I want one. Like the little segue,
Oh.
like things. I want one. The little
Go ahead.
the
Girl,
little
you can say
robot
whatever you want.
scooters. I think I want one of those.
All right, y'all,
Well,
that's gonna segue us right nicely into our next segment. And we are going to discuss major scenes and topics.
so I will go first for my major scene. Well, I'll do my major topic. So
Why do you put on this accent? Major scenes and top. Every time you say major
my
scenes
major
and top.
scenes and topics. Okay.
Oh,
And now I will go to my major scenes and topics.
Bruh.
All right, never mind. Okay, so my major scenes. I only had one. I had more scenes. I only had one topic. Excuse me. My topic was messy mamas and shitty sisters. It be your own family. That was my topic.
Real nigga dissertation topic.
Messy mama and shitty sisters. It be your own family.
Discussing the trials and tribulations of familial and friend relationships.
Ooh, that's good. That is
See,
a dissertation.
I got you, sis.
Thank you. But yeah, so as Nakia pointed out, Davy's mama Cora is complete garbage, trash, 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 trash. Hefty glad bag, like just trash. She
I'm
she
laughing because I already know the edits I'm gonna do on that. It's gonna be hilarious.
hefty, hefty, hefty. Um, she
We know.
doesn't raise Cora in the beginning. Cora is initially raised by her grandmother, and then when her grandmother dies, then Cora comes in and take care of Davie. Cora is the town slut, like Nakia pointed out. She a hoe. She the town slut. She the town hop around. Everybody gets a turn with
Big
Cora.
old
She a
freak.
doorknob. Okay.
Damn,
She is a doorknob, and everybody gets a turn.
But we are
She
not slut shaming.
no, I'm not slut shaming at all. Not at all. Get your dick, ladies. Get your dick. I'm just saying, Cora, it was just trash in the sense of how she raised her daughter, how she chose the dick over her daughter. That's why she was trash. And then for the shitty sisters, that's James's sisters, Veronica and Tammy. They were very shitty. The whole family and the dynamic of how James was like, "Hey, I'm in love with this chick," and they were like, "Oh no, bro, you can't date her. You can't be with her." And we go do whatever we can to mess this up. We gonna act all rude and just do whatever to mess this up. Now, Davy wasn't really completely innocent, but still, that's not discovered until later in the story.
And I
But
was shocked.
shocked. Well, so I wasn't completely shocked because I remember Tammy talking about it a little bit in the Awesome Girls Guide to Dating Extraordinary Men, but I couldn't remember exactly what happened. So when I was ready, I was like, oh, girl, this did happen. But yeah, so that was my only topic. Do you want to do my scenes or do you want to wait until after you? Oh, my scenes. Okay. So my scenes, I had the high school party where Davie was invited. I have the run-ins literally with James where she like literally ran into James. Then I have Veronica's return when she shows up at the airport and then she's like, "Oh, happy to see Veronica come down the escalator." It's like, oh shit. And then the ending and the birthday list that he actually wrote out for her and like his 1, 2, 3 things. I was like, that's a man at the own heart because he started off real nasty and then he be all romantic. And I was like, ooh.
I like it like that. Yes, Zaddy. So I think my scenes were familiar. The one that stuck out to me was, well, at the beginning, when she was singing Tina Turner, and her mom came home.
Oh yes, yeah. that was a tough scene to read.
It wasn't. That's what made her go silent, right?
Yes, it is. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then the same one as yours when she got invited to that high school party, and like actually the pre-scene to that where she was like getting ready, the scene leading up to her going to the high school party where she was like going shopping and when she was getting her hair done, in my head I was thinking like, no, Davie, no, this is not what you want to do. Like I already knew it was going to be bad for her in that instant. And then
it was going to be bad because I thought she was going to be overdressed. I didn't know it was going to be bad because of how it happened. It went down. I thought, agreed. She getting a whole gown. She might be dressing a little too much for this party. But then I was like,
agreed.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I just thought she was gonna be overdressed. I agree with that. I didn't know all the extra stuff was gonna happen.
Right.
But yeah, that's my major scenes. And my topics were, like Jazz was right. She said in one episode, we have been dealing with some trash mothers. And Queenie in Au Pair, I think also in American Marriage a little bit, trash mother. Mm-hmm. But you notice in the YA lit, the mothers are wonderful. Just want to let you know that.
Are they wonderful in the YA literature?
Piecing Me Together.
Okay, that's one book.
Okay.
I mean, but still, you know.
Yeah, just saying. But yeah, mother-daughter relationships. Like I mentioned, I felt so bad when I like found out that Davie's grandma died. I was like, this never would have happened to her. But then she never would have been the woman that she became at the end. Mm-hmm. Also, another topic, childhood trauma. Because I mentioned it a little bit before, but Davie stops talking for like 6 years, maybe more than 6 years.
More than that, I think. More like she was 8, I think, when she first stopped talking. And
so like 8 years. Yeah.
15, 16, so about 8 years.
Yeah, so about 8 years she doesn't talk. Also, another topic is revenge, which I think ties in with like mental health. And I think Davie has borderline personality disorder. Okay. Because if you, and not DID, not dissociative identity disorder, but
dissociative. Okay.
I did my research.
Okay.
You know, I'm not a clinical psychologist or psychiatrist or anything, but just from her behavior, like she even says she has different types of Davies that she presents to people in different situations. So that's why I felt
Mm.
like she has like borderline personality disorder because the symptoms, hold on, let me pull it up here. All right, so the symptoms of the disorder, it says the cause of disorder isn't well understood, but it's based on symptoms which include emotional instability, feelings of worthlessness, insecurity, impulsivity, and impaired social relationships. If that's not Davie, I don't know what is. And then the last thing I noted for my major scenes and topics was Davie. Her story kind of reminds me of Maya Angelou's memoir, I Know Why, or autobiography, I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings. Because if you don't know, Maya Angelou was mute for a year because she was she was raped by her mother's boyfriend, and it went to trial and everything, and she felt that her voice was the reason that the man got killed after the trial, because it's assumed that her uncles killed him afterwards because he actually got off and didn't serve any time. So Davie's story kind of reminded me of Maya Angelou because she felt like her words had so much power that they could kill people. But Davie didn't decide to be mute for that reason. She just wanted to like disappear and just not have people notice her. But yeah, those were my major scenes and topics. So again, Davie needed some Black girl therapy because the way she got revenge and was dealing with people, I was just like, girl, like I was on her side, but I was just like, ooh, you a little cray-cray.
So I will say this, not that I've ever gotten revenge in such a fashion. I was really, you know, I thought it was crazy. I did think that, hey, honey, maybe this is not the best way to approach it. But the way that it just all fell together and how she was able to execute
I'm not mad about it.
I couldn't hate on sis. I could not hate. Sis was smart in that sense. Sis was real smart. She was real, like the definition of like street savvy and having to just use different tools to be like successful in her life and just figuring out. She's very resourceful. That's one thing I appreciated about Davie, was that she was extremely resourceful. I did not like you said, her self-deprecation and how she just didn't feel like she deserved anything. But I think towards the end she realized, you know what, I am deserving of these things. So I feels you.
Now we are going to get into our segment that involves audience participation, and that is sips.
We ain't got no sips. Don't want to talk to us. They don't want to engage with us. And I'm getting slightly depressed. I'm gonna have to talk to my therapist about it when I go see her on Wednesday, because I just feel really unappreciated in all facets of my life right now. Because
oh my God.
nobody wants to talk and engage with us. All I've ever asked y'all is for some engagement. But whatever. I'm gonna sip my red wine
and honesty,
glasses.
In all honesty, I'm tempted to take this segment out. But you know what? People gonna wait too long until they gonna drip too hard, stand too close, you gonna fuck around, drown off this wave. And by the time y'all send in the sips, we are not gonna be able to include everybody.
Okay, sis.
So I suggest you get your sips in now before me and Jazz have to just shuffle through and be like, sis, what sips are we gonna use this week? So explaining for y'all, Sips is a segment where we invite audience participation. So you can send in written sips, or you can send in like a voice recording that I can include on the episode. You can DM us on our Instagram at blackgirllit_, or you can email us at blackgirllityt@gmail.com. You're just giving us feedback, questions, comments, concerns on previous novels that we've read, or the current novel that we're discussing in this episode, or even topics that we discuss in relation to the novels that we've read. So all audience participation is welcome. So send us your sips.
Send your sips so we can sip while talking about your sips. Thank you.
And to your favorite segment, which you've all been waiting for in much anticipation, we're going to rate the book.
Rate that book. We're gonna rate that book. We're gonna rate that book.
Okay, R&B vibes.
You know what I'm saying?
The rating system for our books goes as follows: sober, 1 drink; buzzed, 2 drinks; tipsy, 3 drinks, and lit, 4 drinks. All right, Jazz, this is your book.
3 drinks.
So go ahead and give us your rating.
All right. Well, guys, here's my rating. I gave it lit 4 drinks. No, I'm serious. Yes, I rate this book as lit because this book was really, really enjoyable and really, really good to read. Like, I am so happy that I picked this book. I'm pissed that I didn't pick it last season before we read the other one, but I'm very happy that I picked it at all and that we read it. Davie is like a hilarious, tragic character. She's like a phoenix that rises from her ashes and creates this new version of herself. She does some fucked up shit. She's not a holistic, like completely wholesome character. She's very, very flawed. And even within all of that, even though I didn't have a similar background to her, I didn't grow up under the kind of constraints or the issues that she did, she was still relatable in some fashion. And I just really, really enjoyed the book. So, Ernessa, girl, for this to have been your first book, you hit it right out the park, sis. So, cheers to you. You get 4 sips, honey, 4 drinks, or, what Angry Nakia said. So, go ahead.
Here's my cheers.
Oh, that's good. That sounds like bad boys come out to play. There you go. Gotta get your bottles clinking. Mm-hmm.
All right, my rating for this book is a This book was so good. I devoured it, literally. Like, I kept reading. I wanted to know what was going to happen. I loved the way that the story was told. I love that Davie told the story. And then, like, we got to a certain point, and she was like, hold up, y'all. I need a flashback so you can know what's going on. So it's like breaking the third wall in TV when the characters talk directly to the screen or to the camera. I love that third wall was broken in the book. It was really good. The story was told you had a real connection with Davie, like Jazz said. Even if you didn't experience these things, you had a real connection with the character. Yeah, it was so well written. I don't know. I can't remember what I rated the last book. Actually, let me pull on my phone. But I'm saying that I feel like this book was better than Awesome Girls Guide. That's how.
Oh no, I agree. Feel. I agree with that. I think we both rated Awesome Girls Guide as a lit last time. I believe so. I think I did. Let me see. And I did. I rated it as a lit. And I think you rated it as a lit too.
I did. But I think because Awesome Girls Guide was like so meaty and it was told from 4 different perspectives. And just looking back in comparison, I think this book was just way better.
I completely agree, sis.
I think that is it for today's episode, though, y'all. We had a good time, had fun discussing this book. Feel like we got straight to the point, had some shenanigans. Still had a good time. Our next book is Kindred by Octavia Butler, which is that sci-fi for y'all. And then our last 2 books for this season, Jazz's pick is Mr. Still Your Girl by Bree Noreen. And then my pick is Freshwater by, I don't want to say her name because I don't want to say it wrong. I'm going to try. Okay. Akweki Imizi, but I will pronounce it correctly next episode.
That's good. I think that's a good practice try.
Imizi. Yeah. So get ready to read with us. So you need to pick up Kindred by Octavia E. Butler, Mr. Still Your Girl by Bree Noreen, and Freshwater by Akweki Imizi. So that's going to wrap up our season, our 10 books for season 2. I know.
Over.
Yes, we just got 3 more episodes left. So make sure y'all subscribe and follow us on iTunes and on all our social media platforms. We are having so much fun talking to y'all.
Are you going to drop the nugget about the YT?
Oh, yeah. So Black Girl Lit, the podcast, is now also on YouTube.
So we technically were already on YouTube. We were just under Nakia's page, but now we have our own page.
Yay. So you can find season 1 on the Black Girl Lit YouTube page, which is actually in the video format. And then I've been uploading, now, as of right now, as we speak, you can listen to season 2, the podcast, on YouTube as well. So we just got y'all covered. Some people like YouTube, some people like podcasts, some people like SoundCloud. So any way you want to engage with us, you can. So check us out, Black Girl Lit on YouTube. But that's it for today's episode, y'all. Thank you so much for listening. And as always, stay Black Girl Lit.
Please remain Black Girl Lit, guys. The world is getting crazy out there, so just make sure you stay Black Girl Lit, okay? Don't let these people oppress you and hold you down, boo. Stay Black Girl Lit, okay?
All right, y'all. We'll catch you in the next one.
Bye, guys.
Thank you so much for listening. Be sure to subscribe, rate, and review on iTunes. Leave us a 5-star rating and a top-notch review to get us to the top review page on iTunes. And be sure to follow us and listen on SoundCloud.